Hello and welcome to the channel. I hope you're all well, enjoying your fishing. I've been asked by a subscriber for my take on the zebra midge. Now the zebra midge is not really a fly that you would find in the Spanish fly box, mainly I suppose because Spain has always had the perdigon. The United States didn't have it, so there you maybe have the answer for its creation. And although it seems to have been around forever, Ted Welling only developed it for the Colorado River about 30 years ago. The zebra midge has thousands of variations. Well, not quite thousands, but you know what I mean. And it's generally tied from a size 16 down to a size 24. But it seems to me that the most popular size fished is a size 18. Now here is a small selection of zebra midges, all on a size 18, curved hooks, with a silver or copper bead of 2 millimeters, slotted. And at the risk of criticism, I don't think that it has to be a curved hook, and it certainly doesn't have to be a slotted bead. But as I've said before, I think a slotted bead carries a little more weight than a standard drilled out bead of the same width. So this is the classical plain black with silver bead and silver wire. This is the plain black with silver wire and a black UV ice dub collar. This is plain black with silver wire and a peacock collar, which is a spectra dubbing number 420. This is plain olive with green wire. This is olive with copper wire and a collar of spectra dubbing number 235. Plain red with red wire, and this is brown with brown wire and a collar of spectra dubbing number 29, and a creamy yellow with silver wire. Just a small selection. Now just to recap, that's the spectra dubbing number 420, that's the 235, and this is the 29. So you can see what the colours look like. They're quite small on those flies, but that's the packet, so you'll be able to see. So let's get on with the tying. Now in the vise I have a size 16 curved hook, maybe said a curved book, and a 2.8 silver bead. Now I'm just going to mount the bead. I'm using 12/0 black thread. Now it seems to me that the zebra midge is a fairly easy tie, not unlike the perdigon in that sense. And I suppose that's why you often see videos using the zebra midge as a tool for learning to tie flies. Right, that's pretty well set. I'm just going to trim off the extra. Now I'm going to use a fine silver wire for the rib. And to tie that in, I'm just going to put the end of the wire into the slot of the bead. And that will help keep it in place. And then wind down, taking in the wire as you go down the shank and around the curve of the hook. Now how far you go around the curve is entirely up to you. I wouldn't go around much further than that for fear of it maybe affecting the hooking ability of the fly. And then it's a question of building up the body of the fly. Try and keep it as neat as possible, and you are trying to make it a little bit thicker towards the thorax area. So go backwards and forwards at different places to create that extended thickness as you go towards the bead. Now there is some theory about flattening out your thread by spinning your bobbing to create a smoother finish at the end. I'll be honest with you, I don't think the trout really mind. And wind on the silver wire for the rib. A little bit closer in the turns at the start of the fly, at the base of the fly, and open it up as you come up the shank of the hook. And tie it off at the bead. That should break off. Should do. There we go. Right, now that's pretty much a standard zebra midge. Now what I'm going to do is just make my take onto the zebra midge. I'm not saying that this pattern is not already out there. As I said, there are an awful lot. But this is what I'm going to tie. Now I'm going to take some standard pearl mylar and just tie in a piece and try and get the mylar on top of the fly. Tie it down and trim up the excess. Just tidy up. I'm going to put on a collar of black UV eye stub. I'm going to break up these fibres. I don't want them too long as I dub it on. Just extend that a little bit. That's better. That should be enough. Try and keep it tight as you wind it on. Creating a collar. And then pull the mylar over the top as a thorax cover and tie it down. And trim up the excess. And tie off the midge. Trim up the thread. Now I am going to brush out the thorax just a little. And I'm going to get rid of all these excessively long fibres. And there you have the finished midge. It's my take on it. From what I have seen, as I say, it's not a fly that I have in my fly box, but having been asked for my take, there you have it. Now, just to give you an idea of the different sizes, this is the same as I have just tied, except with a 2.3 bead. This is a size 18 with a 2mm silver bead, and this is on a straight shank but wide gape hook number 22 with a 1.5mm silver bead. And this is on the same hook, size 22, but with no weight at all. For you anglers that don't like to use the weight on your zebra midge, that's what this looks like, this tying on those sizes and those different hooks and without weight. So there you go, my take on the zebra midge. I hope you enjoyed it, and don't hesitate to become a subscriber if you are not already a subscriber. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.